Welcome to Kickstarter Radio 102.4, and today we're looking at Age. Is it Age? It's Agemonia, we think. Oh, this name is funny. Anyway, Lipstickpaddy's here to tell you all about this game that he's been waiting for, but let's see if the game lived up to its promise. Oh, peeps, it's Agemonia, or I like to call it Agemonia, because it's set in an age of time, super fantasy, and it's a little bit like the blue people walking around in the Avatar movie. It's been heavily inspired by that, in my opinion. But anyway, fully cooperative game. Says challenging moral choices, set in an epic campaign. Scenarios that you're going through, basically. And it says 1 to 4 players. Let's have a look at this. This is one of my most anticipated upcoming Kickstarters, so we'll see how it goes. Just finished up watching the Dice Tower live through, and I've got to say, it's a long thing if you're playing with 3. And some other YouTubers are starting to say they only want to play this with 2 players because at 3, it's very slow. Alright, so you are going to be travelling around the map as well. You can see the Avatar-inspired blue people here, and with the elf ears and stuff like this. Now, this map here is the tutorial, one of the tutorials. There's 3 tutorials to get you going with the mechanics of the game. And one of the things I don't like about the game is the initiative track, because you're randomly pulling from a deck which tells you the initiative of that round, and it's a little bit unfair, and for me it takes away a little bit of strategy also. Let me explain. Now, the character board, this green archer lady down here, she has a green circle cube which she is programming ahead of time. So if you put that disc on movement and then an enemy appears, well, you kind of you could be ambushed at that point. That's fine. But let's say you put that on, you're programming it into move. You're on attack, basically, and then as soon as the initiative card comes back round, that enemy might have another attack on you. So it's effect doing 2 attacks in 1 round. And I really don't like that. And especially when there was a story beat in the card saying you were getting ambushed by some enemies, but then the initiative card turned over and it weren't an ambush at all. They were going to be attacking you last. And as the enemies appear on the map anyway, they don't attack on the first round anyway, so this ambush was completely poured on with cold water. So yeah, I don't really like that, because I would prefer it if it was working from speed of your characters, right, and the enemies, the initiative track, and you had an actual order of attack, so that then you could get slowed, which slowed you down in the initiative, or you could get hasted by certain spells and potions. That kind of nuance that you get from real role-playing games, it's kind of been taken away here from the initiative deck. Although the initiative deck is also controlling the AI of the enemies, because the initiative deck will tell you what that enemy is doing regarding the enemy, the enemy's strategy that round. But yeah, I think, keep the cards with the enemy AI, but pull the initiative out of that deck and have it as initiative cards that actually rotate. Yeah, because it seems a little bit unfair. And the other thing is this initiative track as well, it kind of focuses that a player has to go first. And if you've got an initiative track, I can maybe wait on that. So not skip my turn completely, but just wait to let the other person go before me. Because there's nothing more annoying than being on a square next to an enemy and hitting 5 off it, and it's got 1 health left, and you've got to wait why doesn't your other hero just let you go in first and take him out? It's like when you're playing golf. If you go in for the flag, but the ball just narrowly doesn't go in, you don't wait for everybody. You just put it in, right? Because they wait for you, basically, what they're doing, and then they have their go. And on an initiative track, you should be able to do that. You should be able to wait if it's strategically better for the team for the other person to go first, or something like this. So putting the initiative track on a card takes away so much nuance and strategy out of it. I really don't know how I feel about this. Furthermore, the cards of the events that are coming out are black and white. I don't like black and white in board games. What is going on? Look at the art on the character boards. Look at the art on the board. Fantastic. Have they not finished doing the art yet? Well, I'll tell you now. It says components not final. That's one thing. Maybe they've not finished the art. But, ladies and gentlemen, it is estimated December 2022, so it has another year. So I might have to go on the minimum pledge here and wait for this, because that's basically the initiative track and the black and white cards. They are two big compromises that I've got to chew on if I'm gonna pledge fully for this game. But it's got all this time to go, and hopefully the artist gets round to doing this, because it just seems out of place for me and I don't get excited. Because when a card turns over and it's got wonderful art, the person on the other side of the table will go, "Ooh, what's that?" But black and white, it's like, you ignore it. You just go straight to the text. It's not vibrant, it doesn't pull you in, it's not immersive. Especially when you've got cards that are drawing a picture of your character in the actual board that you're seeing here with the art. Man, dress it up so it has the same colours. The art is representing the scene in this scenario exactly at a point on this road here. Oh, it's criminal that this is overlooked. It really is. And I really hope this gets addressed. Get the artist, hire them to do all these cards that you're discovering and sort this initiative thing out, because you're losing the strategy nuance and I want more immersion from the card. And the one thing that drew me into the game is the art on the board. It's fantastic. Ooh, no, that's my complaints. Let's get to the good stuff, because I'm very excited about this game. 30 unique scenarios, evolving maps. Yet there are letters across the map here. You'll be going to each letter and there's a story card you'll pull off, which is black and white, and then you might have to do stuff. You get choices to do and stuff like that. You can sometimes go and to a place on the map and it's horrible what you've just found. It might affect your character in a bad way, or it could be a good thing. So it's it's this kind of it's luck based. And because you're zoomed in on the map so close, you're going to be in this same area for quite an amount of time. It's like a dense time. Now these cards, look, they've got coloured art on them. They've got this lazy background on them though, and I don't appreciate that. Like the ancient robe, where did you get that from? Can you not put the scene in the background of that? The sword, where did you get that from? Can you not put some art around it? I mean, it's just so quick to do these cards, and it feels lazy when, if this is your dream game, this needs to have more TLC. Well, I think if you've been watching my videos, watching my channel since it began though, you know this is one of my little bugbears, is lazy card art on equipment cards. So is that such a surprise? Anyhow, you can see an app here, and we'll get to that as we go down. 40 monsters, a variety of puzzles, and more on your over 30 scenarios. Did it say that up here, 30 scenarios? It should say this kind of up here. You know what I mean? You shouldn't need to come down to the Or maybe it might get stretched, so it does go 30. But the fact that it says 30, it should have 30 plus if it was going to stretch scenarios. So there it is. The dice, when you're throwing them, you do have exploding dice. I think I would have preferred a Yahtzee style system, because it seems a little fairer, because when you're Yahtzeeing, you're pushing your luck. And I'm not too hot about programming in the thing. I'll give some suggestions for that when I go down. Now the Agemonia app here, it says it's going to do voiceovers for the introductions and conclusions. That sounds good. And I'm surprised they didn't go with foreteller for this. That would have been really nice, especially because with the foreteller app, you could have really gone all in on that. Which, you know, the foreteller, if you don't know this is professional actors, professional music, or, you know, it's design music for your game. It plays music while you're adventuring, music when you're in combat. It's like a phenomenal thing. Frosthaven's going to have foreteller on it, and the Icefaring Guard is also going to have foreteller on it. It's like next generation storytelling in board gaming. It's phenomenal. So, you know, maybe it grows to where the pledge can hire foreteller and stick that on as an add-on, because it would really start boiling my blood with excitement if it had that technology, because it does want to go app focused with the storytelling as well. And you can see the app here is tracking your achievements and the story points of what you've done. So I like this. It's I like where it's going. It does say, as well as helpful reference sheets, shop wares, and profession information. I really hope this stuff is also in a book, not just on the app. For example, Icefaring Guard, it has a booklet for all the shops in every city, so you can kind of look at the catalogue of what they have. I don't want to necessarily go to the app to see what the shop has. If the app's doing the music and the app's doing the storytelling, better than somebody reading it out at the table, for goodness sake, and then logging your achievements, that's okay. But when it's like when it's get used too much, you can get a little bit of annoyed, can't you? Anyway, it says it's completely optional, so they probably have got all this as I've been requesting there. Pledge levels. Hang on, there's no. Oh, it's a miniature box. You can get the miniatures. This first time I've seen this. A no gameplay option. 5 backers. 1 copy of the miniature box. Okay, that's interesting, isn't it? Now it's coming in then. Core game pledge, €99. That's fairly expensive. What's that? 120 something dollars. Yeah, it says 118 on the quick currency. It's about 120. When you say about, you're kind of like in the range of, and 118 Kickstarter is quite specific. Anyhow. So you've got a lot here. I think what's missing is the hours, because if the scenario is taking an hour to 90 minutes, you're looking at 30 to 45 hours of game here. Obviously, it's replayable as well, because you won't get a chance to do everything. Unless you're playing 3 players, then you can gun to get every achievement. And if you replay it anyway, you might have an understanding of the traps that are around the place and the good places to get from. So you can kind of do a run that's super efficient. That'd be kind of interesting. If they do a gameplay plus, that would be cool. Yeah. Joulet boards though is all super sexy. They're using 480 tarot size cards, which I love, but I hate to sleeve because tarot sleeves are so expensive. Now, 100 monster standees. There is a mini pledge just coming down, which is going to be good. It says hero envelopes with hero books. What's this? I don't think I've seen what that is. I'd like to see what the envelope and book thing is with your particular hero. Unless it's the way of... It could be the save system when you're saving between games. But yeah, I'd like to see an update talking about that. What else have we got on here? Yeah, the world map that you're going to be going across, that sounds good. The achievements that you get, they can actually update your character as well. So achievements are actually unlocking gameplay additional things, like they'll give your character a better attack or more movement potentially. Now it says over 25 unique scenario maps with over 30 scenarios. How does that work? You're in the same location a couple of times. I don't know how it works. It says many reusable stickers. What were they going? I've not seen that in any playthroughs. What the stickers for? I appreciate the reusable. Maybe it's for the world map. It says many. So that potentially could be stretch gold. Now it says scenario book. Looks lovely. City book. Are you going around the city as well? I'm kind of interested. And then the storybook. So there's kind of 3 things going on here. Lots of art going to be going on. All right. If you just want the minis, there they are. Okay. There's some copycat minis here. Like you've got the 8 Sporal Podlings. You've got the 8 Zolrian. 10 Skitterlure. And I don't know why they don't do stretch goals maybe to make some of them, you know, like sometimes you see if there's a lot of the same mini that they'll do half of them with a unique scope. So you'll get, for example, the 8 Sporal Podlings will get 4 unique and 4, you know, 2 different uniques, but you're getting 8 in total. That's what I'd like to see. It does say there's going to be stretch goals to these, so maybe that's gonna do its job, right? Rabo here. Everything he sells is top quality. This is going to be some NPC in the game. Yes, Thorax here. You can see that he's going to be leveling up, unlocking more skills. This sounds great. You got that little programming thing that I don't particularly like due to the initiative track. I'll try and shut up about that. The stamina and action tokens, this is kind of interesting because you can rest on your go to kind of recover. I don't know though, because when you're in combat and you want to throw stamina to hit them, you're kind of using your own energy. There's no like healing class where they can kind of... It would be nice if a character could actually throw some healing to you to get your tokens up so you could actually do bigger damage that round. Because at the minute, there's not much synergy between the characters, and the utility is obviously going to be trying to help everybody, so there's more synergy there. And it would be nice if we got some kind of attacks that you had to combo up, or potentially comboed up. For example, Thoraxia could do an attack which weakens an enemy, and then if another person attacks that round, because they're weakened, you're doing more attacks. So kind of nuanced team play is what I want to see between them. Because in the gameplay, it's like you attack that person, I'll attack that person, and it's like so boring. And it's so inefficient when 2 people attack 2 different enemies. It's far more efficient if they team up against one, because they go down quicker. And yeah, so it would encourage more team play if you put some utility into the characters. That's what I would also like to see. Ooh. Now, it looks like Thorax here. It says multiple class cards, so potentially he can roll to a Guardian or G-Mancer, so he's actually going to get dual classed here. So that's cute how that's coming in. I want to see some more synergy though. Unique character storybook. What's this? It says the hero, and it's looking at Thorax here, and now it's saying the 6 core game hero, so they're just doing them quickly here. Alright, now it says classes Marauder or a Pyro Blade. I guess his Knight or Paladin. These are where they're going to split up when they get more experience. Ranger Shaman, that's an odd combo. We saw Thorax and Venya here. Assassin or a Witch. Hydromancer and a Telepath class. Okay. Massive world to explore. Detailed maps. I think if you look at Icefaring Guard, the points on the map which have cities, they have big blown up areas of that, a bit like they have here. Now we're only looking at one here, and I really hope they have blown up maps of the interesting areas that you can go in, like the city here, where you can go shopping around it and stuff like that, because that's really cool to zoom in. And Icefaring Guard also has different shops in each city, and I hate copycat shops, does my head in. Yeah, it's like, why would you go and visit the city next to your city when it has the same identical shops? That's in real life, by the way, but in RPGs it should be completely different. The scenario book is the game board, and it looks delicious. Now you can see the focus on interiors here. It really zooms in close, so you're actually doing interesting stuff. Like on this road here, you're chopping a tree, you're building a bridge, you're chopping leaves off, you're doing you're doing chores, basically. I think one of the things that I kind of like, this tree to chop it needed a strength of 6, and why couldn't you team up and cut it at the same time to get the 6? Again, there seems to be like this hyper focus on the solo play, and I mean, come on. Why can't 2 people chop this and get the 6? Speed this up. And I think I would have to game that, because it's like, you could be rolling and burning through your things, and it becomes a tedium when it gets 6. And if you're chopping a tree, you're not looking for that perfect crit hit on a tree, are you? If you hit it for 4, it's damaged. Like, you're cutting a tree. So I don't know why you absolutely need to get a success of a 6 on something that you're hacking down. Either get 2 people, so if it's like a marble or something, you've got to get 6, okay? But why not get 2 people hitting it? But if it's a tree that can be destroyed, why are you focusing on a 6 crit? It's a massive 6 when really that tree should be getting weakened every time you hit it. Just little, I guess it's touches like that where you bring in more realism, but it's speeding up what you're doing and making it less tedious, is what I would say. What's good about these maps, though, is certain things will happen. Things may get destroyed. You might be pulling things down. Lights might go off or whatever. Cards come in and cover up that area to make it look like it's changed permanently. It's really, really good how it's done. So the maps that you're looking at here, they change and adapt to what you're doing. It does have line of sight as well, which is cool, and you can climb up as well and get bonuses. So there is some strategy on the map when it comes to combat. What's interesting here is it says unlock new areas. So this is like a big tile that's maybe adding onto the side here, and could be a bit of a ooh moment if you get like a secret area coming off the side or something. That would be fairly cool. Now, upgrade standees with the monster mini pack. Now, I've got to say, though, I'm not that hot with the minis, and the standees here, I think they would look so much better if they got acrylic standees, and it's like, what is it? It's 50 for €50 to put the minis in. Okay, I mean, for me, the standees need a bit more, don't they? Because they've got these flat bases, not a fan of. And, yeah, you can see here, you can get sun dropped, but... Countless adventures away. It says over 400 story cards with black and white and this cream book style background. Not a fan of at all. Origin book for €10. They seem to be doing books recently, I've noticed. Large pledge then, you can get the minis box and the box itself. I really need to see minis get better in its in the next, well, it's potentially not even going to go into production for another year, so hopefully they can wow me, because at the minute these previews aren't looking good at all. Yeah. Metal coins in this strange world is certainly appreciated, certainly funky shapes and colours. Extra dice pack. You're probably going to get these if you want to go 3-player, because they're going to, if you watch a playthrough, they're passing dice around all the time, and that's not good. They are doing a sleeve pack, and it's 1,100s here for €35. Oh, we might have to get that. Says again 500 taros. That's going to be expensive if you're sleeving it yourself. I don't know why when they do this as an add-on, they're not telling you the micron of the sleeve, but I think if I can just see that is it an 80 micron or a 60? I don't know. I've not heard of Sleevey Company. I don't know. Well, sun drops there for those people that want to go for that. There's often requests for this when there's minis. And just go back to those minis. Oh man, they just don't look anything special at all. Is that another negative? Minis initiative card, black and white art. These are kind of things, and some of the gameplay stuff, like chopping stuff. Oh, and combat. They need to be. There's like a lot of things here that I'd like to see changed, isn't there? Now then, a new large scenario, so they are getting bigger. This is good. It says large map, a map sticker. A map sticker. In the previews, they're putting cards down. Are they using stickers for the real game? That's interesting. That's a question. There's a question. And I'm getting some more monster cards here. Chip upgrade to plastic chips. Oh man, that has to come in, doesn't it? Cardboard chips. Everyone in the playthroughs on the prototypes have the plastic chips. So yeah. Oh my god, I completely forgot about this, but shipping is so expensive. Oh my god. I don't know what shipping partners they've got, but they need to go back and find better ones, because look at this rest of the world. If you want the game, €177, that's like $200. That's double the price of the game for the rest of the world. Are you kidding me? You're not shipping it this month. You know, there's a reason Kickstarters are all delaying, is because of deliveries. But this is outrageous. It really is. Oh man. it's a kick in the teeth, and I've not seen anything this pricey. I mean, the box does not look that big, it doesn't even look that heavy, and you're saying the shipping is this much. It is an absolute mess. What you've got here needs to be addressed. Just look at other Kickstarters. Amazon do shipping to the rest of the world. You've got Lucky Duck Gaming do shipping to the rest of the world. Just get more contacts for the rest of the world. I mean, you're not even saying who your shipping partners are, but whoever's doing rest of the world 168, I mean, come on, that's just for the minis. So this is like, this has to be, I mean, I would just put shipping, these shipping prices are what it is at the minute, but next year they could be severely less. Like, they shouldn't be saying stuff like that, because that's going to be turning people away from pledging. Yeah, it really is. And it's a bit of a shame that your shipping is going to turn people off from backing it, because the game has a lot of promise. All right, peeps, there you go. Agemonia, it's in a bit of a hole for me at the minute. Shipping prices astronomical. Gameplay needs to be more where you can help each other. Powers, you know, have some actual abilities that can heal or can help, so you can team up and do things, because everyone's running solo in the scenario. And the initiative track is a problem, and the black and white card art and some of the stuff in the game where it makes you roll a certain thing needs to be tightened up and made more fun instead of more of a chore, because at the end of the day you're playing a game for fun, and you shouldn't feel like you've hit a tree with an axe and you didn't do anything with it. That's stupid. It really is stupid. You're going to do something to the tree. It's weakening the tree. Anyway, there you go. Agemonia. I'm really looking forward to this game, but there's too many things hitting me, keeping me from my pledge at the minute. And yeah, just a quick look at the FAQ. VAT, taking over languages. What about $1 pledging so that we can get a realistic shipping down the campaign? And we want to see your minis improved if we want to upgrade to that. Would like to see a standees, acrylic standees, instead of going for minis. That would be an interesting middle point, especially if you've got 80 different minis. Alright peeps, there you go, that's my thoughts on Agemonia. The Agemonia, the almost Avatar type game, tight in on a map, big adventure, and yes. Watch some of the playthroughs, trust me, you want to see what's happening in these maps. I think they can be tightened up, can be a little bit long. You can see why people wouldn't want to play 3-player. And your choices of what you've done in each scenario affects the next one. So there is a carry-on, there is some kind of interesting mechanics where what you did can make the next round harder or a little bit more beneficial to you when you start. Well, there you go. Agemonia peeps, tell me in the comments what you think. Are you boiling for excitement? Do you have some of my concerns? Tell me what they are. Because I'm pretty sure the devs will come to this video and look at the comments, as they often do, so any criticism down below would be beneficial. And all that good stuff. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you love Kickstarter projects, why have you not subscribed and hit the bell? We'll be doing lots of videos this week because Kickstarter's just exploded. And Game Phone, we've got to give it a shout for Game Phone. Alright peeps, thank you so much for watching. You've been watching Kickstarter Radio 102.4. I've been the host, Lipstickpaddy. You take care, stay safe, and bye-bye for now.